Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial video. Dusty here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up and how to get your stream working with Streamyard. So Streamyard is just another tool that allows you to set up your stream and get it running very quickly and very easily. And before we even dive into anything, I just want to let you guys know that I have a link down below in the description of this video. If you click on that link, you'll help me out and the channel. If this video helped you out, maybe you could do so and sign up for StreamYard that way. I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and dive into the video now. I love StreamYard for a couple of reasons. I'm not going to go into that right now. It is web-based, which means that you don't download anything. You just go to the URL, streamyard.com, set up your account, link your streaming accounts, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, and you are good to go. You're off to the races. So let's go ahead now and dive into kind of what the UI looks like and then kind of how to set up your account. Now, if we go here, I'm going to go ahead and log out of my account here to show you what it's going to look like from the initial start to when you go ahead and hit go live and you're ready to go. All right, so I've logged out of my StreamYard account. As you can tell, I am at the URL streamyard.com, and then go to the upper right-hand corner and click on the log in option here. Log into your StreamYard account. All right, and as you can see, I'm now logged into my account. So as you can see here, you have something that says broadcast and destinations. The first thing that we're going to set up today in this tutorial is going to be your destination. So if we click on the link there that says destinations, you can see here that I have three destinations. I have my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, as well as my Twitch channel. So if we go to add destination, because you will not have any of those here, and then let's go ahead and go to our YouTube channel. And then it will then ask you to log in to the YouTube channel via Google that you want to link up to StreamYard. So go ahead, click the YouTube channel you want to link, follow the couple of steps, and then once you've done that, you'll be navigated back to this page. And if you've done everything right, you should see that your YouTube channel is now linked up to a destination here within StreamYard. Again, all of this is being done in your browser. No external tool required. Now, if you want to add other accounts, which I recommend that you do, because StreamYard also allows you to multi-stream, allowing you to stream not just to your YouTube channel, but to your YouTube channel and Facebook at the same time. So go to add a destination, add Twitch, add a Facebook, add LinkedIn, or if you want to stream directly to your website, choose custom RTMP, and then you can set this up. This is a little more detailed. If you want to stream to your website, you probably already know what you're doing. So go back to destinations, make sure that all of these here are underneath your destinations. Now, once you're ready to go ahead and click on broadcast, which is going to be right here. This is where all of the magic happens. This is where we create our broadcast. And then now before we go into the actual settings of the broadcast, I'm going to go here and show you the different types of accounts you can get within StreamYard. Now, for the free account, you can basically have the StreamYard branding on your stream. You have a couple of streaming limits, and you can only have 6 on-screen participants. Now, if you have the basic, the $20 a month plan, you can have 10 on-screen participants, logos, overlays, and so much more. You can either bill it monthly or annually. That's all up to you. So let's go ahead now and go back to the broadcast page here. Now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create our first broadcast. Go to create a broadcast, the blue button in the upper left-hand corner. Now, it's going to ask you which destination do you want to stream to? So if you want to stream to your Facebook page, just select the Facebook page. You want to stream to both Facebook and YouTube? Select both of them. All right, I'm going to do Facebook just for the purposes of this video. So go ahead and title your stream, give your stream a title, and then also give your stream a description. Once you've given your stream a title and a description, go ahead and click Create Broadcast, unless you want to schedule the stream for a later date. As you can see here, you can schedule a time and date to go live. Your audience can follow the event on Facebook and be notified, just like a Facebook event or a YouTube premiere. I recommend normally doing that if you know what you're doing. So if you want to schedule for later, you just click that tab. It'll actually allow you to upload a thumbnail static image like normally you would on YouTube or Facebook, and then have a scheduled start time. This works for both YouTube and Facebook. We're going to go ahead and uncheck that, and we're going to go to create broadcast. It's going to do all of the magic in the background, and now we're about to see all of the fun stuff that will allow you to set up your stream. All right, as you see here, there's a couple of options. You're going to have a mute button, stop cam and mic. The first thing you're going to want to do is click on this link here, the gear icon that says cam and mic. This is going to take us to our audio and our video settings. So under camera right here, the first setting, you need to click the drop down, make sure that your camera device is selected. So as you can tell here on my stream, my camera device is a cam link hooked up to my Sony a6500 camera. Now, yours may be a webcam, so it may be the C922 webcam like you see here. Just select the one that you want to use, and then you are good to go. Under the advanced settings here, you will see that we have full high definition 1080p. All of this will also depend on the type of StreamYard account that you have. I would definitely go 720 or 1080p if at all possible. Once you're ready to go with your camera, you then move on to your audio. Select the audio settings on the left-hand side underneath the camera, and you're now going to see your microphone and your speakers. So for me, my microphone under the drop-down is the Scarlett Solo 2i2, which is my audio interface in which my microphone is going into, okay? I'm actually recording audio for this tutorial on a different machine. That's why it doesn't kind of show up here, but you can definitely see that my microphone is working by these green dots that are going left to right. You want those to stay in the green. When they get to the yellow or red, you're peaking a little bit. You may want to adjust the audio or the volume of that. So do all of this before you even do anything else. Now, if you want a green screen, you can select the green screen option, and then it's going to tell you, hey, this is more of an advanced feature. It takes a little more resources on your computer. Are you sure? Click go to it, let's try it, and then you can go here and select different backgrounds for virtual backgrounds for your green screen. As you can tell, I like the more natural background. It's really up to you. All right, once you've kind of adjusted all of your settings like you see here, go ahead and close out of that. Give yourself a display name, whether it be your gamer tag, your real name, it doesn't matter, but this will be what will be shown when you have like podcast guests or you have people on your stream. That will be kind of like the lower third, as you can see here. Now go ahead and enter the broadcast studio, which is the blue button there. You're going to be thinking to yourself, well, where's my camera? Where's my webcam? Nothing's here. Okay, so StreamYard works a little different than other streaming software or streaming tools out there in that you have to add yourself to the actual stream. So as you can see here, you have an option here that says add to stream. If you click this option here, boom, there I am. I am added to the stream. And if you can, if you understand kind of how that works, basically when I go here and click the remove, I'm gone. But also remember, when you remove your camera and your audio from the stream, no one's going to be able to hear you, right? Okay. So go ahead and add to stream. Now, if you set up your camera and your microphone properly, you should see yourself and hear yourself right here whenever you're streaming. That's something that makes sure that the people who are watching your stream can actually see you and hear you. That's very integral, right? And then the next thing I'm going to show you is down below here, you have your suite of tools over here at the bottom. You can mute yourself. If you click that there, you can see I'm muted. It will also show you a mute button there next to your name. You will have a stop cam button where you just hit stop cam, and that will actually just show your audio. Very, very useful for podcasters who are wanting to record this way, just audio and not video. I'm going to go ahead and start the cam back now so you can see me. And then if you have realized that you've made a mistake and you've set up your camera or your microphone incorrectly, you can select the cam and mic settings and it will take you directly back to, as you can see, these settings here where you can make adjustments. Now, the next one's going to be share screen, invite, and then leave studio. Now, if we share screen, I will be able to go here and share my screen. So as you can see here, I can choose which screen I want to share if I have multiple screens, or I can go here and choose application window or a specific Chrome tab. I'm going to go to screen 2. I'm going to share that there. And as you can see, now StreamYard automatically has set up the stream for me. I have this option here. All of these different here, think of these as scenes, right? These are different scenes that will be different. So if I select this scene here, you have a bigger image of me and my webcam, and the desktop will be over here a little bit smaller. And then if we go to this one here, it's just the desktop, right? So all of these things down below here are scenes that will set up what it's going to look like visually for the people who are actually going to be kind of looking at what you're doing. So let's go back here, and as you can see, that's a different scene. And then if we stop screen share, it will pop us right back up to our full screen. Now, I want to show you what it looks like when you invite someone. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to invite someone. Hopefully this works. Hopefully he hops on. I didn't really give him a heads up, but you can invite people by basically all you have to do is copy your StreamYard link. Okay, this is going to be something you can copy to your clipboard. You can send in Messenger, email, Gmail. It doesn't really matter. Copy that link, paste it, send it to them. And then also you can send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. So if we go here, this little tab here will show your guests kind of how to set up the actual settings, just like I showed you how to do, so they come through and they're able to be seen and heard whenever they are within StreamYard. So go ahead and copy this link right here, copy that link, and bada boom, bada bang, you are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and send this link over and show you what that looks like. All right, as you can see, guys, we have someone who I have brought on to the stream. This is my buddy Vince. I'll put his links and stuff in the description of this tutorial. As you can see, I can add or remove him down below. So as you can see him in real time actually down below within StreamYard. So you see his name that he's come in with, as well as he set up his audio and video settings just like I showed you guys a couple of minutes ago within StreamYard. Now, in order to add a guest or someone into your stream, just like you added yourself, you go here, you click add to stream. As you can see, here's Vince right here. I can also change the different ways that we look. So if I go here, boom, Vince is bigger, I'm bigger. I can go here, I can select this, kind of give it a more condensed look. Or if you have multiple guests other than just 2 people, you can select this here. You can make yourself more prominent as opposed to your guest. If you're the podcast host and you're speaking, you can kind of do that. Also, a new feature is you can select the person and drag around. Now, Vince is the more prominent guest and I am over here. So all you have to do is click and hold, drag the people where you want them, and you are good to go. The beauty of this is if Vince gets a little unruly and I don't think he needs to be on the stream anymore, I can just go down here, select remove. He's gone. Nobody can hear him. Nobody can see him until I'm ready for him to go. Now, as a podcaster, the beauty of this is that I can bring on my guest. I can start my live stream. They can't hear or see them until I bring them into the stream. So I go here, I click add to stream, boom, my guest is here. I can go here, make my guest look really nice alongside me. The only downside of StreamYard that I really hope they kind of up their game is they begin to bring in more stuff as far as adjusting the way your stream looks. With tools like Streamlabs OBS, you're able to make your stream look really nice. You're able to add the notifications. But if you're looking for a simplistic and easy way to go live and make yourself look really good and professional, this tool is basically, it's free. There is a paid version, but it's free. It's browser-based, no downloads. It just works. So if you want to just have a stream that works, this is it. But I'm going to say bye to my friend Vince. Vince, thanks for helping us, brother. I appreciate it. All right, and as you just saw, he is now gone. He's done, and I could still be streaming. So I brought someone on. I took someone off with a literal click of a button. It was that easy. All right, so now let's talk about the different options over here on the right. We have comments, banners, brand, private chat, and settings. Now, comments are going to be when you go live, you're going to have people who are posting comments on your Facebook stream, on your YouTube stream. The beauty of this is that what I love about StreamYard is that you can just select and click a comment and boom, it shows up as a lower third. Now that is impressive. Again, I'm not saying, I'm not going to tell you what I think is the best, or, I've got tutorials on all of them, right? I don't discriminate, but man, StreamYard makes it easy. If you want to remove the lower third there, you select it again, you go to hide, it's gone. If you want to go to banners, this little option right here, we can then create banners or tickers that go across the bottom of the screen or come up as lower thirds. So if we go to banners, create a banner like this here, we can then type in what we want to put here at the bottom of the screen. All right, I have my banner created here, and then once I'm ready to go, I go to add banner, and as you can see, I can just select the show button, and boom, there goes a lower third really quickly, really easily. You're trying to display or show something on your screen to people in your live stream. You put what that is, you go to display banner, you're good to go. You click it one more time, that removes it. Now, if we edit that banner, click the checkbox that says scroll across the bottom or a ticker, and then go to save, and then select that. Look at that. Now it moves our name up. It now has a ticker going across the bottom of the stream. These are things that with other tools would take you sometimes hours, especially if you're not tech savvy. Okay, I cannot tell you the amount of time I've wasted within streaming software trying to get it just right. StreamYard makes it happen. All right, we're going to remove that there. Next is our brand. Now, the brand is what I think one of the most beneficial things of StreamYard. We have a brand color. So this is going to be the color of these lower thirds that you see there down below. Let's say your color is a bright green. You can make that bright green there. So that's something that you might want to do is change your brand color. I'm going to go ahead and move it back to a nice little deep blue, just like they had it set there. You can change the theme to be a default or minimal theme. So as you can see, minimal theme looks like that. Default theme looks like that. This will adjust your lower thirds and the ticker as well. Logo is going to be right here. So as you can see, we had the Streamyard logo. That's something they've done. They obviously recommend a PNG transparent file. So if you want to do that, you can go to the add symbol, go to your files on your computer, and locate one. So I'm going to go here, go to downloads. I'm going to go to this here. I have a logo for my church that we've worked on before. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the StreamYard logo. The one that I've uploaded is here on my computer, and boom, there the logo is. And if you ever want to remove or add something, an element onto the StreamYard interface, you just click. When it's highlighted blue, it's going to show on the screen. When it's not highlighted, you're good to go. Now, overlay, these are going to be things, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to make lower thirds for yourself, if you know how to go into Photoshop, create those PNG transparent images, as you can see this overlay here, it shows live with StreamYard, StreamYard Show, and you know, right, that is 1080p, right? That's what we're streaming. That's kind of the format now. So you go into Photoshop, you create a nice little 1080p interface, or you buy one. You know, I recommend nerdordie.com. They're a partner of the channel. Again, not sponsored. They're a partner of the channel. They've got some great assets for you to use. So again, I'm going to go ahead and remove that overlay. If you want to add your own overlay, maybe I'll do a separate video on how to create those and add those, but you do the same thing as you did with the logo. Click the add button, go find it on your computer. You are good to go. Now, video clips. Again, say you want to add some videos. You're talking about some news stories. You want to add a video clip to your stream. It's as easy, literally, as going to upload video clip. Go ahead and upload video clip, find it on your computer or hard drive, and you are good to go. The example that they give is a 30-second countdown, and I'm going to cue that now. And as you can see, the 30-second countdown begins to play. If I want to remove that, I just click it over on the right, just like I do with any other asset. Now, the background, to me, this is probably what will take your a beginner stream to an intermediate to an advanced stream to where it looks really, really good. So under background here, they have this one here. And the only really way you'll see that is, let's just say we're sharing our screen. Go to screen share, select the screen that we want to share. Select that screen that we want to share, go to share, and boom, we're good to go. As you can see, here's the background right here. You can see the background they have uploaded. I'm going to upload one of my own because I have some really cool ones. Go to upload background, click the addition symbol there, go to wherever it is on your computer and upload that. I've now uploaded a background that I want to use. I'm going to deselect the one they have here in StreamYard. I'm going to select this screen background here, and boom, look at that. We have a nice stream background that looks really, really good. So that's kind of the different things there on brand. And then under private chat, you're going to be able to chat privately with your guests. So if you have a podcast guest, you're live, you don't want your audience to know what you're talking about, basically all you have to do is go to private chat over here, type something in this box, and only the people that you have on as guest will be able to see and interact with you there. So that's kind of how that happens there. I'm gonna go ahead and stop and share my screen there, so I'm not screen sharing any longer. And then if we go to edit up here, we'll be able to edit the title and description at any time if that's something that we want to do. And then under settings here, we'll be able to go back here and adjust settings for general, camera, audio, green screen, as well as our guests. Now you can ban guests if people are trying to come on your stream and they're acting rude or they're doing things unruly. You can ban them here. You can go to guest see viewer comments. You can play a sound when guests enter, or guest must authenticate. Basically, this is saying that you're requiring all your guests to authenticate with YouTube or Facebook before they come onto your stream. Or if you uncheck this, they can just come on willy-nilly at any time, as long as they have the link, they can come on to that there. All right, so if one more thing I want to show you, under brand, there's an option here for a ticker box that will allow you to uncheck this. If you don't want it to show the names of the guest or you in the lower left-hand corner, you can check or uncheck that, and that will remove the names in the lower left-hand corner. Now, when you're ready to go live, you hit the blue go live button in the upper right-hand corner. I'm not going to go live now because I'm filming a video, obviously. Hit that go live button, and you, my friends, are live on the platforms that you've set up. That simple. Again, don't forget to check out my StreamYard link down below. That would really help me and the channel out, and I think you will have a new tool to go streaming easily and efficiently. All right, guys, talk to you next time.